In a quiet forest where animals lived in harmony, a timeless lesson unfolded between two very different creatures. One swift and proud, the other slow but determined. This classic tale teaches that patience and persistence can triumph over arrogance and haste. Let's begin the story of the tortoise and the hare. Upon a time, in a peaceful forest where animals of all kinds lived together, there was a hare who was very proud of his speed. He loved to boast about how fast he could run. Every day he would hop around and say loudly, "I'm the fastest animal in the forest. No one can beat me in a race." The hare wasn't mean, but he was very confident. Some would say overconfident. He often laughed at other animals who were slower than him, especially the tortoise. The tortoise, in contrast, was calm and quiet. He moved slowly, always placing one foot carefully in front of the other. He never rushed and he never bragged. He simply went about his day peacefully. One sunny morning, the hare saw the tortoise plodding along the path as usual. With a grin, he shouted, "Tortoise, you are so slow. I think even if you started walking yesterday, I'd still beat you in a race today." The tortoise looked up slowly and replied, "You may be fast, hare, but I believe that slow and steady can win the race." The hare laughed loudly. "Are you serious? You think you could beat me in a race? That's the funniest thing I've heard all week." But the tortoise nodded calmly. "Let's race then. We'll let the forest animals decide the start and finish line." The hare, still amused, agreed. "Fine, let's do it tomorrow morning. I'll give you a head start too." News of the race quickly spread throughout the forest. Animals of all kinds, squirrels, birds, deer, frogs, and even owls, came to watch. Everyone was excited to see what would happen, though most believed the hare would win easily. The next morning, under the warm sun, the animals gathered. The owl, being the wisest and fairest of them all, was chosen to start the race. He explained the rules. Both animals would begin at the same spot and race to the large oak tree at the top of the hill. "Ready, set, go!" hooted the owl. The hare darted forward like a flash of lightning, quickly leaving the tortoise far behind. The forest animals cheered as he disappeared from sight. The tortoise, meanwhile, started slowly, taking one step at a time. He didn't look worried. His eyes stayed focused on the path ahead. Meanwhile, the hare, seeing that he was already far ahead, slowed down and looked back. He couldn't even see the tortoise. Laughing to himself, he thought, "This is too easy. I might as well take a nap and still win the race." So he lay down under a shady tree beside the road and soon fell asleep, dreaming of victory and cheering crowds. Meanwhile, the tortoise kept going. Step by step, slowly but surely, he passed the sleeping hare without making a sound. He didn't stop or rest. He just kept walking, his eyes always on the oak tree ahead. Hours passed, and finally, the hare woke up. Stretching and yawning, he said, "Time to finish this race." But when he looked ahead, he was shocked. The tortoise was almost at the finish line. Panicked, the hare jumped up and ran as fast as he could. He raced through the trees, his feet flying over the ground. But it was too late. Just as the hare reached the final stretch, the tortoise took one last step and crossed the finish line. The forest went silent for a second, and then erupted in cheers. The tortoise had won the race. The hare stopped out of breath and looked at the tortoise in disbelief. How did you beat me?" The tortoise smiled gently. "You may be fast, but I was steady and didn't stop. I just kept going, one step at a time." The forest animals gathered around, cheering for the tortoise. The hare, though disappointed, realized he had learned a valuable lesson. Being fast is not everything, and overconfidence can lead to failure. From that day on, the hare was more humble. He still ran quickly, but he no longer bragged or looked down on slower animals. And the tortoise remained the same, quiet, steady, and wise. The forest animals never forgot the race between the tortoise and the hare. It became a famous story told to young animals for generations, reminding them that perseverance, patience, and determination can overcome even great speed and talent.